Good day. My name is Paige Thomas, and I am the Certified Local Government and Community Preservation Coordinator for the Alabama Historical Commission. The Certified Local Government Program is one of many preservation-related programs offered by the Alabama Historical Commission. With the National Historic Preservation Act of 1966, a federal and state partnership was initiated that created a national preservation program. The Certified Local Government Program, also referred to as the CLG program, extends that federal and state preservation partnership to the local level. The CLG program assists local governments with integrating preservation concerns into local planning decisions. A certified local government is a town or city that partners with the National Park Service and the Alabama Historical Commission and commits to historic preservation. The partnership enhances the local government role in preservation by strengthening a community's preservation program and its link with the Alabama Historical Commission. Joining the CLG program is an important and effective way to preserve Alabama's historic places, since a local community is in the best position to identify and protect its own resources. Alabama currently has 34 certified local governments with population size ranging from 839 to 207,000. There are several steps to become a certified local government. A city must first pass a historic preservation ordinance. The purposes of the ordinance are to provide for the establishment of historic preservation commissions and architectural review boards. It is also to promote the educational, cultural, and economic and general welfare of Alabama municipalities through the preservation and protection of buildings, sites, structures, areas, and districts of historic significance and interest, through the preservation and enhancement of the national, state, and local historic, architectural, archaeological, and aesthetic heritage found in Alabama. Let's discuss historic preservation commissions a little more. A historic preservation commission is an administrative body whose role is to protect, educate, and promote historically significant buildings, structures, sites, monuments, and other objects. The state enabling legislation establishes what should be included in the Historic Preservation Ordinance. The ordinance outlines several things, including the powers and duties of the Historic Preservation Commission, the steps to designate a property or district as historic, directions on public hearings, notification of property owners, and proposed recommendations given by the Historic Preservation Commission for the historic designation of properties. The ordinance also explains certificates of appropriateness and applicability to local road projects and federal projects. Historic Preservation Commissions, also referred to as HPCs, serve as a liaison to local government on preservation matters. HPCs recommend historic districts to the city's governing body. A city may choose to adopt legislation that regulates local historic districts. Local designation of a historic property occurs when a city adopts an ordinance to designate a property or district as historic. This process is also outlined in the Historic Preservation Ordinance. These properties may or may not be listed on the National Register of Historic Places, but a survey has been completed for each property. After a property has been designated locally, a zoning overlay for historic districts is usually incorporated into the city zoning ordinance. Design guidelines are established, and the HPC, or a delegated architectural review board, reviews applications for a certificate of appropriateness to perform exterior work on a property. This process is referred to as design review. Design review is a tool to ensure that revitalization and new construction is compatible with the property or district. Design review guidelines set parameters that will help keep the value of a building and neighborhood intact. Once the ordinance is passed creating a Historic Preservation Commission, a city can continue the process to become a certified local government. First, an application form is submitted. Then an agreement is signed. Once the agreement is signed, it is sent to the National Park Service to be reviewed. Then the city becomes a certified local government. The city applying to become a CLG must also enforce legislation appropriate for historic designation and protection of historic properties, maintain a system of historic inventory, coordinate public participation in local preservation activities. CLGs do not have to conduct design review. An annual report is submitted to the Alabama Historical Commission by certified local governments annually. There are several benefits to becoming a CLG. By surveying and identifying historic resources, CLGs provide preservation leadership and have access to technical services. CLGs are able to participate in federal processes like the National Register for Historic Places and receive notice of Section 106 environmental reviews of federal projects. CLGs also have access to funding opportunities like the Certified Local Grant Program. Certified local governments are eligible to apply to the Certified Local Government Grant Program through a competitive process. The matching grant funds can be used on a variety of projects related to preservation, including surveys, National Register nominations, training for commission members and staff, preservation planning development, pre-development plans, development projects, and public awareness and education. I'd like to share with you some recent projects that received funding through the CLG grant program. The City of Foley prepared a historic walking tour booklet. The educational booklet can be found at local businesses all over the city. The City of Huntsville recently completed a National Register nomination for Edmonton Heights, a historically African American neighborhood in Huntsville, Alabama. The City of Opelika created a colorful brochure highlighting its historic places. The City of Decatur received grant funding for their award-winning educational booklet, Designing Decatur. The City of Foley also received grant funding to create an application for your phone that allows you to take a downtown tour of historic Foley. Thank you for listening to this presentation about the Certified Local Government Program. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, Paige Thomas, at the Alabama Historical Commission. Have a great day.